There are also few things more traumatic to watch than a seal slowly dying from the lethal side effects of the fishing industry. Indestructible bits of discarded plastic wound around the necks of unsuspecting marine creatures. It's a global problem that's being tackled on Tasmanian shores by Parks and Wildlife Officer Janet Slater. Not by cleaning it up, but by stopping it getting into the ocean in the first place. Janet identified plastic strapping like this as a major culprit. It's used to hold together the plastic-lined boxes that fishing crews use for their bait.
Once a seal or a sea line becomes entangled in the strapping, they grow into the strapping, and it tightens and tightens and tightens around their neck and cuts through. We've seen a common cause of death is it cuts straight through the esophagus, so they cannot breathe any longer, or they just wither and die of starvation because they can't swallow anymore.
Appalled by the slow and agonising death of so many sea creatures, Janet decided to take matters into her own hands and invent the first completely biodegradable box for bait. It's strong and it's easy to use, and this wax cardboard will break down completely once it hits the water. But perhaps the best thing about this box is what isn't in it. There's not a skerrick of plastic to be found. Clever design means the dangerous plastic straps have been replaced by a simple self-closing lid. Fishing is a vital and competitive business, and it's easy for the industry to see environmental precautions as threats. Janet had to approach workers who were already wary of criticism. Early morning visits to the wharf to make friends and to talk about work practices were a necessary first step.
It's all about ocean pollution and trying to prevent the rubbish going into the sea. Have you seen much rubbish out there when you've been out there? I guess the whole thing with the fish bait carton was it was just your standard carton and a bit of fish bait was chucked in, but it was never thought of in environmental terms.
Crews often spend days at sea. The work is hard and fast, and the weather not always so calm. It's the valuable catch which is paramount, not the rubbish which may wash over the side. But Janet was convinced that as long as the box was strong and reliable, the fishermen would still take the bait.
You want to get some fish out and put in there?
She approached the large fish processing company Petarkco, who together with local papermaker APM, funded the manufacture of the new design. Each year, Petarkco packs 100 tonnes of bait, these days in Janet's new box. But the Tasmanian fishing industry is one of the smallest in the world, and Tasmanian plastic isn't the biggest problem. The problem with flotsam is that it respects no boundaries. Currents, tides and wind drive it to the far corners of the globe, regardless of any national regulation. Bits of plastic from as far away as France have been found in these waters. So, even if every Australian fishing boat carries the new bait box, it still won't solve the problem. News of Janet's invention is spreading. She's already been invited to demonstrate her product in New Zealand, and more importantly, in Japan, which has one of the biggest full-time fleets in the world. But it's the Tasmanian crews who see themselves as the vanguard of the bait box revolution.
If everyone makes a start, well, I mean, it might be only a small thing to do, but if everyone started doing it, well, it gets into a bigger thing, doesn't it? It snowballs.
Even with everyone climbing aboard, design challenges remain. Some, like broken fishing nets, will be harder to solve.
Going around, say, a vast ocean and seeing animals in the most remote places suffering because of our waste and our greed, it's just insane. So we have to start looking in a practical way to solving some of these problems.
Ready to go, Sammy? You'll be all right. Bye-bye.
Next week, Worms, Wonderful Worms, how they can help us to turn around land degradation. And the power station driven by pig waste, preventing pollution and making $1. That's next on A Question of Survival.
Tomorrow, we begin a new series that enters the remarkable world of underwater explorer Valerie Taylor. Blue Wilderness premieres tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Stay with us now for Couchman.